Hey, namaste and welcome to JC Yogi, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this recording or these videos. This is a Ganesha practice basically based. Ganesha is the one with the elephant trunk, and the Lord Ganesha is behind me already on the wall. And to honor and invoke Ganesha in the practice, this is going to be really kind of like more soma and gentle practice to it. So going to be mainly grounded on our maybe all four and so on. So it's about like 40 minutes, 45 minutes practice. So just going to make sure, so this is about, right time for us. So come to seated. If you need some like cushion, basic cushion underneath you to sit upright position. Shoulders relaxed. I'm just gonna get a little kind of cover on you. It's quite chilly in here. And please make sure you're warm, you're comfortably upright position. I'm gonna take into Ganesha Mudra. Ganesha Mudra, your left palm's facing out, right palm's in front of it. Connect the four fingers together and then drop one thumb on top and one thumb underneath and place it in front of your belly. Just about 4-5 inches in front of your belly. Shoulders relaxed, neck is long, and then close your eyes if you can, feeling the grip of the hand, with the four fingers, and then lightly, it's a pull through the shoulders, while your shoulders relax, neck, as I said, long, eyes are closed if possible, otherwise soften your gaze. And take a moment to let go fully, to breathe, to be in the breath. And then through the invocation of this practice, we rooting down through the Muladhara, the root chakra. Because that's why Ganesha sit right at the root of our being and sit right at the threshold. And this is honor everywhere in India. Is the first deity, the first god that says honor in that with everything else. You find him on the altar, you always find him in any temple, you always find him, with the first mantra we chant is the Ganesha mantra. So we're going to come to a Ganesha mantra, it's Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And the Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, it is the mantra to remove the obstacles. He who removed the obstacles, I salute the remover of the obstacles. Please remember, with Ganesha, he's not only the one who removed the obstacles, he's the one who placed the obstacles as well. Take a deep inhale and deep exhale through the nose. So the mantra goes like that. We're gonna chant it into a melody. A melody, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. So listen if you're around and maybe join in or just listen to it. Ganesha, Ganesha, Sharanam Ganesha, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Coming to Samavriti breathing, inhale, exhale through the nose at equal flow. So equal inhalation to equal exhalation. Keeping the mudra if you can. With every inhalation, there's a little release. With every exhalation, a little pull. So feeling this energy with the Samavriti. Inhale for a count of 4, maybe count of 6. Exhale for a count of 4, count of 6. So remember, on the inhale, lightly release. On the exhale, pull into the mudra. This is resemble and represent the twisted of Ganesha trunk, twisted trunk of Ganesha, and how, in a way, is a metaphor to how life is twisted and turning and everything not straight from A to B to C to D. Sometimes we have to jump from A to F and back to B and so on. Few more rounds of this Samavriti. Fill up the lungs, exhale all the way. Release the grip, release the hand, place them lightly onto your thigh facing down. On the inhale, a little rock forward, extension. On the exhale, around your back. So I'm going to take that scarf now. A flexion on the extension. Inhale and exhale. Good. Keep that opening. Keeping the gaze soften. You might need a blocks, you need the strap for this practice. Again, forward and backward. Twice more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. We're gonna get a twist to the right hand side. When you take a twist to your right hand side, when you take the right hand, you can place it on your back or you can leave it on the floor. So I'm gonna have the cushion. So I'm gonna place it on the cushion behind me. My left hand onto the knee, and then lightly as I turn my gaze over to the right hand side. Keep the lengthen through the spine and allow the twist to happen. Big expansion. Good. Very slowly release it and take it over to opposite side, to your left side. Again, expand, expand, expand. Pull the shoulder, breathing in, and keep that gaze soften. You can either look over your right shoulder or look over to the left hand side. Good, breathing in, slowly back to center. Let's start to open the shoulders and release them slowly and then move them in a direction. And then allow to move to the body. So it's a little bit swaying side to side. Open up and start to move the arms into a sahaja. Sahaja is like any way that feel your body wants to move. And start to open your arms wide and expand to the chest. And then when you do it, exhale, you round it. Inhale, open the chest, exhale, round it. One more time. Inhale, open, 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 and exhale, round it. When I come off the seat, I'm going to come onto all four tabletop. When you're onto all four, make sure you're grounded with your hands to spread the fingers, tuck the toes, and then on the exhale, round your back, and then move to the right, and then over to the back and to the left, and then circle. And then the direction, nice and slow. Good, and come back to the center and go to the other direction. And keep that rounded back if you can. Keep pushing that earth with your hand. Beautifully come back to the center. I'm going to face you. I'm going to open up into gate pose at some point. Then from here, take the right foot out at the gate pose. Your toes and knee more or less lightly level. Push your hips back, lengthen. I'm coming on the fingertip of my hand and then lightly push back. Keep that right foot fighting up for inter-rotation. Then walk the hand over to the left hand side. Push down, breathing in, and then soften. Keep that rotation of your ribs down to the earth. Don't sit all the way to your heel. That right side of your body feeling that beautiful stretch. Keep the neck long. Good, breathe out. Now you slide your left hand closer to your knee. Pull back. You can take your left hand on the blocks or on the floor. Reach the right arm straight up like you're doing a side stretch or a triangle form. Push, 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 and then extend through the right arm. Good, inhale. Then sweep it back down. We're going to go all the way over towards your right foot. Fingertip on the floor or the blocks. Pull the hips and then soften the ribs down on your right side to fold in. Good, inhale. Now this I'm going to take my left forearm down. Palms open to the sky. Push the shoulder down and then open up to the right arm this time. So your palms facing the right hand side towards your foot. Pull back, breathing in. You don't have to look up.
Keep engaged. I'm going to take the palms open on my left hand for external rotation of my shoulders. Then carefully come back to the center. Now you're going to engage your core lightly, opposite hand to opposite elbows. And then this is a swing trunk, and often I do it from standing. It's really weird to do it from your gate pose. And I'm going into circular motion, and then gently come up. Open up, open up, open up. Reach arms up to the sky. Press your hand to the heart center. Lean over towards the left, and very carefully come up. Now, left foot out. Turn your toes. Fingertip on the mat. Into rotation. Lengthen and breathe in. Keep that four corners of your foot active. See if you can claw the toes more to lengthen. Inhale. Then your both arms goes towards the right hand side. Push those hips. Turn the ribs down. Active through your foot. Inhale. And exhale. Remember, you're not sitting all the way onto your heel. The right hand goes level with your knee. Push up into there. Side open. Left arm up and alongside your ear. Nice stretch. Keep your left foot active all the time. Good. Breathe. Release it back to the center. Walking over. That was your foot. And then again that turn in. Push your foot down. And then little fold. Breathe, breathe. Okay, great. So now is your right palms facing upward, shoulders stack, pull in and reach the left arm up to the sky. Keep active through the hand. Inhale. And exhale. Come back very slowly to the center. Again, we're going to come to this Ganesha way, straight trunk. So a little bit swaying. Then release it back up. Lean over very gently to the right to bring your knee in. Give it a shake through the hips and come to a form. I'm going to move sideways where you lift your knees and then keep your heel on the ground. Walk your hand halfway. I'm catching the outer edge of my mat. Front dog. Push or pull the mat forward. Draw the chin to the chest and then draw down as much as you can towards your thigh. It's going to open up those shoulders. Remember your knee bend, chest towards your thigh, neck is long. This is opening. Breathe in. Good. Breathing out. Come to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Feet hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart. As you claw the hand, lift those hips up. Chin to chest and push the heel, maybe one at a time. Try not to collapse through your upper thoracic. Try to move. I'm constantly battling. My body wants to open and down towards the earth. I'm constantly battling, pull away and back to create that deeper extension and connection. Good. Slowly, knees down to the floor. Bring your right foot forward. Grab two blocks either side of your right foot. Keep your left toe engaged and down. And then as you push on the blocks, a little bit open up to lengthen. Shoulders always back into low Anjaneyasana or low lunge. Active through your toes. Push the heel back and open up. Inhale. Then when we pull the knee back slowly, come up on your right hand to your thigh. Start to turn the upper torso. Bring the left forearm onto your thigh. And then keep that upper torso pull back. And on your right hand, I did that twist earlier, maybe sit onto the sacrum. I'm using the left forearm to push down to create more space through here. And I'm not pushing forward. I don't want to compress my lower back. Actually, I'm really constantly pulling back so that naturally tailbone want to draw under to create more space in here as I twist. Good. Breathe it in beautifully. Breathe it out. Come back to the center. I'm going to swivel the back foot gently over to the right hand side. Your upper body. So I'm staying this way just to see how it's stacked. I'm going to take the two blocks like we did the gate pose. Extend your arms out. That was the left top corner. So the back is long, right knee stacked. Push your hand onto the blocks. And then your form, like I call this tiger dog if you're into
full form of warrior two form. But then this is really on your knees, it's gonna be tricky. Please honor your knee. Right knee always stack. Good, breathing out. So keep the lengthen. The right hand goes on the outer part of your right foot. Lean over to your right, push on the blocks and reach the left arm straight up to the sky. Push, 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 keep the knee stacked. Good, then wrap the left hand behind your back towards the right thigh. Pull that, keep the shoulder now. Pulse the right knee forward and then back. So a little bit forward, push on the blocks. Maintain the left shoulders pulled back and then forward. One more time. Good, now keep that knee forward, push on the blocks and pull the left shoulder as much as you can. So like you imagine you're trying to reach the left hand into your right kind of like forearm. We're not there, push, push, breathe. Now pull back nice and slowly. This is where your right leg or knee back, so your left knee stacked. Lift your toe on your right foot, right leg goes straight. Now you hold, I'm staying this way, I know my voice is not projecting much. I'm pulling your left hand behind your right arm up, and then this is where we reverse it. This is great here, you want a bit more support, left hand goes to the floor. Remember this is the same as the gate pose, but a slightly different way of the legs to lengthen and breathe and open up the right side body, open up dorsiflex your right foot to come up very gently. Right knee bend, right hand there, and then pull up. Now this is where you can use the block to under your left hand to support you. So you push and read. So otherwise we feel collapse on that side. Beautifully, come back. Gently now you know what's happening on this side, so you can see when I do the second side because I'm going to be facing you. Left foot forward, right knee on the mat. Toe active, shoulders back. And then keep pulling, even if the knee wants to come forward, keep pulling that left knee to open up through the shoulders. Keep active through your right foot. This is start to open up. Inhale and exhale. Good, breathe, breathe, breathe. And then pull back, pull back, pull back. Engage right forearm onto your left knee, left palm on the sacrum. I don't want to twist before I pull up. Yeah, otherwise you're going to compress. Keep lengthening, keep pulling and twist. And notice how this is a line and then shoulders want to stack. So this is pulling from the center, lengthen, twist. If there's no pull, the twist is going to be a little bit tricky and difficult. Core, 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 and beautifully come back to center. Place your hand down for a moment. Swivel the right toe all the way over to the left. Take both hands on the inside. Sorry, sometimes my watch talk to me, not today. Now see how my left knee stack, extend and push back. So we're ready to lengthen in your back. This part draw down. Please careful on your left hip. Good inhale. Exhale. The left hand goes on the outer part of your heel. Push down and reach the right arm up. So I don't want to collapse in, I'm going to pull, 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 open, breathing in. So raising my left hip slightly. My knee is always stacked. Now you wrap the right hand behind your back. Pull your shoulders, so your shoulders and your hips hold like a warrior two. And then pulse forward, see how my left knee coming way over and pulsing back. Just be careful on your knee on the floor. Pulse back, keep the right shoulder, keep that flying up. Pulse back. So this one, I'm going to take that block. So I'm going to use that side as a block. So my right hand goes on the blocks, lift your toe, left leg straight out, extend from here, push on the blocks, left arm alongside, so I'm not collapsing on my right side. I'm going to get that opening. This is a Parsvakonasana. A lot of times we do this fine in practice, great, but you can do all this, really, the only thing, you're on your knee. Good, pull the shoulders back, beautifully, and then come back, center. Swivel your right toe back, step your left knee. I'm going to come to Adho Mukha Svanasana one more time. This is kind of further as we can go. I'm going to do a couple of goddess poses, Utthata Konasana form with Ganesha Mudra. But this is really engaged. Pull, lift it from the armpit. Push those heel down. Oh, it's so good. Now the calves open up.
Not collapsing your upper thoracic. Keep firing up. Keep blow the hand. Step your feet halfway. Is a functional forward bend. I'm going to take the bricks forward, knee bend, push those hips back, push, 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 counter. So your hips goes one direction, your arms are going to go in the opposite direction, the forward bend happen, ribs soften, weight onto your heel, align your little toe with your outer heel on the outer edge of your mat. Breathe in. This is where we lift from the armpit like the downward dog and back at the same time. Good. If your legs straight, go for it. If not, keep them bent. Squat deep when the leg goes straight because my legs are shaking already. My hamstring. So I'm moving my head a little bit back. Just keeping on the blocks to get lengthened. You can have a chair. Breathe your hand into your shin bone with your knee bend. Rise up halfway. Push your feet down. Core engage. And then come back up. So I take slightly wider stance. So I'm turning towards you. I've got two mats. So I'm taking the front mat, the one facing you. I'm taking my feet slightly wider. Turn your toes out. Coming to Utthita Konasana or the goddess pose. When I come to the Ganesha Mudra, bring your left palms in front, right palms in front of it. Connect the forefingers. Elbows slightly bend into the Utthita Konasana. Now we sink down. Pull the shoulder blade back. Core engage. Pull the grips, sink down. Little bit carefully swaying side to side. When I sway, my knee is going to follow my toes, if it's okay. And then from the center, carefully lift your heels off the ground. Keep your toes firm, and of course not too high. Pull the ribs, shoulders back. Good, inhale here. Lower down, really open the groin. Pull the shoulder blade, breathing in. Switch the mudra. That means your right hand facing out, left palm facing it, shoulders back. Keep your heel on the ground, you're doing good. Breathing in. You know, sometimes this slow practice doesn't mean it's easy practice. It can be actually harder practice. Lower the heel. Open your arms wide. Place your right forearm onto your thigh and extend the left arm alongside your ear. Keep that pulling back. Inhale here. The left forearm up your thigh. The right arm extend along your ear. Good. And this I'm going to take your right hand on the inside. Push that. Sweep the left arm and open slightly behind your head. Turn your palms open and reach that. Keep the Utthita Konasana. Open up, breathing in. The left hand on the inside. So this part open always. Pull, pull, pull. Turn your palms open and then extend here. Good, then slowly back to the center. This is when I start to pull up, pull up, pull up. Turn your toes inward. Prasarita Padottanasana. Same, hinge your hips. We're going to go sideways now. The block's already there for me. The same, I'm taking my legs slightly wider than the mat. Toes inward, hips goes back. Still like a functional forward bend, but it's much more deeper. See how my hips, I'm not here. This really doesn't serve me in anything. The great trochanter, go back. My arms extend. Then the ribs, the chest is softened down to the earth. Any tension on my lower back start to be released because active through your feet. You can bend your knees. I can feel my left leg more shaky because that's more muscle opening, because that's tighter. Lift up from the armpit as much as you can. Remember, similar like downward dog, don't collapse. Oh, my left leg again working. Breathe, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hand from the blocks. Bend your knee. Take your hand directly underneath your heart center. Start to move to the right, to the left. Good. Then in the center, using a block or hand down. Left hand, look at your feet and level it. Place your right arm on the sacrum. Extend the left arm straight, straight, straight. Push those hips back and turn that upper torso to the right. That's a great twist here. You may want to bend your left knee sometimes. Now you take your right thumb into the armpit and pull the right elbow back. Either stay here or with the right arm extended. Push those hips back and lengthen. Create so much room into your upper thoracic. You don't have to look up, by the way. I always like to look down or lightly over to the right. Sometimes, ooh, that can be uncomfortable. Lower the right hand down, exactly where the left hand was. Keep that nicely long, core engaged. Either right knee bent or straight, left palms on the sacrum. Push, 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 and turn. As you turn, please remember, left knee, right knee bent. Active, push those hips back, stay where you are. Or left thumb into the armpit, pull the shoulders, breathing in, then the left arm goes up. Keep pushing to the earth, lengthen, breathing in. Breathing out, lower the left hand down. The blocks already there. Take your hand on the blocks. Lightly bent. Great trochanter move back to that twist in your lumbar spine. Is released nice and slowly. Good. Breathing in here. Bend your knee. Walk your hand back. Walk your feet. Heel toe, heel toe. To kind of like about wider than your hips. Catch opposite elbows. This is where we're going with the swaying Ganesha trunk. So sway a little bit side to side. Give your neck and shoulders a shrug. And then very carefully push your palms onto your thigh to right and gently come back up. Open up through the shoulders. You come up to standing tall. In the middle of your mat, feet about hip width apart. And then extend your arms forward, palms facing each other's head of the arm bone go back. Then keep the left hip, the left hip, I'm going to move towards you in a moment. Pull the right elbow back and then start to turn to the right. Now, you can see how my left hip is not moving forward. So keep the left hip nicely, keep pushing the earth and pull back, pull back, pull back. Good, and slowly, you can see that side now. When I take the left elbow back, my right hip, maintain it back and open that left shoulder and look at maybe towards your left side or looking towards your right side. See how the pelvis align all the time. So I'm going to go this way, I'm going to do one more time. Release back to the center. Arms extended, shoulders back. When I take the right elbow back, left arm forward, see how my left hip, pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. Then I might look over my right shoulder. Core engaged, breathe expansion, come back to center. Pull the left elbow, keep the right hip back. And then as you pull the shoulder back, breathe, breathe, breathe. Keep your gaze forward or lightly over to your left. Keep the right hip back. It's difficult. That's what happens in your body. Good, and then gently come back to center. Release your hand. Give your shoulder a bit shrug. We're gonna open up the shoulder. You might use a strap if you need to. Or interlace your forefingers, hip width apart with your feet, but keep your palms open and your thumb relax and release. Now turn, as much as you can, the palms to flip over towards the back room and down to the earth. Squeeze the long puff up the chest. Keep the knees slightly bent. Now see how far the arms goes out and back without puff up the chest. What happens? A lot of time the chest goes this way. Keep those down, breathing in. Then, this is your maximum. Lightly bend as your upper body go down, the arm reach back. And then let it lessen and stop here. Some of you go halfway, weight onto your heel, push through the palms. Then as you fall down, keep pushing the palms. Breathe in, breathe out. Then release your hand towards the back of your calves. So wrap your arms around, head down. Lift the sacrum up, claw the hand behind your calves, elbow to the back, head down. Squat deep, Uttanasana. If you grab the Ganesha trunk behind your legs, go for it. If not, stay where you are. So I'm catching the forearm, opposite at the elbows, quite deep, and then head down, sacrum up. Neck always long, jaw relax. Good, release your hand down. Very carefully when you press your hand, coming to last downward dog of this today practice. Come to Adho Mukha, claw the hand, chin to chest, push those heels, and lift up from the armpit. Good, and lower the knees down. Now, at some point within the gate pose, we turn your palms open. So turn your left palms open and right palms open. Keep them parallel, keep them stacked. Shoulders. Imagine there's a weight on your hand. Keep your thumbs open. And as you push the back of the hand round your back. Round your back, round your back. Keep pushing, keep your palms open, feeling the shoulders. And then slowly keep that engaged. Your core, and then look slightly forward, fire out the core, breathing in, so that the cat-cow is your position of your hand, turn in a different direction, that's all. On your forearm, of course. One more. Open up, push the hand down, breathing in, beautifully. Now, come on the little finger, it's like you're chopping hands. Bring the palms together, thumbs up, keep the little finger down. Now your elbow and shoulder stack if you can. Carefully tuck the toes, come high on the toes, heel towards the sky, chest towards your thigh, but your legs straight. Push the little finger down as a high dolphin. It's really going to open those shoulders. Core engaged, breathing in. High, breathe out. Good, lower the knees all the way down. When you come onto your belly to stretch those thigh and legs. Bring the left forearm down, thumb slightly in, top to your left foot, bend the right knee and catch the foot. Now when you catch your foot, often we are here because the shoulder or the leg's tight. If you need a strap, this is where you grab the strap. If you start to drop your right hip down, bring the heel in and then fall down so your head rests your forehead onto your left hand. As you bring the right heel in, push the foot back. Carefully, your knee might come up like this, great thigh stretch, and without affecting the shoulders and the back. It's the Ardha Bekasana, or half a frog. Release the right hand down, thumbs in, bend your left knee. Remember, to catch your foot, sometimes they need to come up this way. And if you're all the way there, because you need to come into a strap. When you're ready, bring the left elbow, shoulders down, bring the heel towards the outer cheekbone, rest your head down, your knee lifted lightly, but that falling up into the Bekasana or Ardha Bekasana. Core engage, inhale. That seems really nothing, but to really this is, my legs and hips and quads are really stretching. Good, and very carefully let go. Make a pillow or a fist, rest your forehand, and a gentle swaying side to side. We're going to come to Shalabhasana. I'm going to show you what we can do with a strap. I have a strap, I make a big loop, and on the loop, I hold it and fold it in half, so they are about shoulder width apart. Parallel grip, that means your palms facing upward. And then squeeze into the grip. Extend your arms back, neck is long, so you're looking down to the earth, you're hovering off the ground, and see if you can lift the arms in that plane. That could be enough here. Sometimes the arms lift up, shoulder blade back and up. Then, feet engage, you see how my back and my shoulders working together into a deep Shalabhasana. You don't want to look up and shorten the neck, and you can stay low. Squeeze, 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 pull the belt, and then slowly release it down. Good. Now, if you're doing this without the belt, again, this is the different. You press the palms, knuckles to the back, keep looking down, extend, 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 start to lift the hand away from the body. As you extend, then the upper body, core firing up, breathe in, breathe out, release all the way. Make it below. Rest side to side, and then come back up. Now, I'm going to show you something with the strap, and hopefully you have a long strap. If not, you can do different things, that's so. If you have a strap, make a big loop, and make sure the buckle was that little end where you made the loop on the right hand side, and then very carefully, when you come on your back, and I'm taking the strap over my shoulders, just on the shoulders, and make sure the belt doesn't
kind of like grease up, and then you take the right foot into the strap. So the strap actually, sorry, not the shoulder, the armpit lightly. Then you see that little part where the strap, and you can, a really good hamstring stretch. I'm taking that little belt where I did the loop and the circle with the belt there. So I'm pulling, so I get more tension. Right foot pushed up, you can feel the tension, and the left foot on the ground, and then there's a great stretch for the hamstring. The more you pull, so I'm going to take on the ball of my foot because I can feel the arch of my foot. That's better. Please, if you are on the arch of your foot, move it up towards your toes, the ball of your foot. Now, of course, the left leg can go straight as long as we're active that leg all the time. I'm pushing the foot, and again, every now and then, I need a little bit more room. I'm using that strap to pull. As I push, nice stretch for the hamstring. Left leg super strong, active here, shoulders back, neck is long, and then breathe in. Somehow, we can hold the belt with the hand. A lot of time we shrug the shoulders and we feel kind of like uncomfortable. This is really great, but remember, if the belt's cutting into your back body, you're pulling too much in one direction. Good, inhale here. Now I can feel this energy moving all the way from the knee into the hamstring to open and widen those hamstrings. Now when we switch leg, you bend the right knee because you already have the strap up here. You might have to loosen up. Bring the left leg up into the belt. Again, make sure it's in the right place. Bring the right foot down. So, big interrotation in a spiral. When you're in a spiral, this is going to open and widen the sit bone. This is for me a little tighter on the hamstring, but somehow because I'm doing this with the belt, I can feel the open because that muscle stretching, a big hamstring. And there's always a little shape to allow you to open, and we all have to do is to embrace that shake. Push the foot and keep that little pull with the belt. And again, the right leg can stay as it is or can go straight out. And as I push up, pull back in, that's firing up, my belt is aligned, my shoulders aligned, and breathe in. Inhale. And exhale. And again, breathe in. Breathe out. Good, one more time. You're going to stretch both legs. A little bit careful with your shoulders. When you take both legs up, you might have to see like my belt is too tight. So what I do, because my butt is lifted, so I loosen up the belt. It's quite tricky with both legs. Then you push your feet up. This is a grounded, and then you might tighten it a little bit. But it's really good for me. Like you think of you're doing a dandasana, a staff pose upside down on your back, where you're doing like a form of Paschimottanasana, ready for it basically. Push your feet, just widen and open. This is always drop down, not lifted. It's much easier than going on my back. So I'm going to keep that down, and then those open up. Sometimes I pull the mat away from me, underneath me, so pull it away so your shoulders are grounded, then the feet. And sometimes I work with the arms extended, just careful on the belt, and then you get more open through the shoulders as well. Look, you hook your thumb and you bring your hand slightly off the ground. There's so many different ways to work. Oh, I can feel it. The legs shaking here. Inhale. And then slowly to come out. Have your hand on the belt. Bend your knees. Then gently release your feet. Give the gentle twist with both knees to the right and both knees to the left. And let's hold it on your right now into the windshield wiper. I'm taking my feet slightly wider. And what about the belt there? So keep it there for a moment. And then keep your feet active and then open the shoulders by grounding and make your arms wide open if you have the space, or gently keep them Bend elbow like the goddess arms. Good, and exhale over to the left side. When you take both knees over to the left, again active through your feet, soften the ribs and shoulders again, anywhere comfortable, arms open wide, or the goddess arms. Good, very carefully, come back to the center, move the belt, hug your knees into the chest, and roll side to side. I really wanted to come to lie down into Shavasana. We're going to finish off the next few minutes. I'm going to be seated just for the voice to project nicely. And by all means, you can, ideally, Shavasana is always good, whether you practice for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or 20 minutes, or 2 hours. It's always good to have some sort of Shavasana in your practice included. I remember my first practices when I did, and often I don't want to be in Shavasana. Towards the end, I really want to be always active. So please make sure you wrap yourself nicely. I've got my little semi blanket, scarf here. Can hand rest it now, either by your side if you're seated into Ganesha Mudra, or sometimes the Prithvi Mudra, Earth Mudra, thumb and ring finger together with the palms facing upward or even facing down. It's going to take a few minutes into this Shavasana. Notice your body, the feeling right now. Let go, surrender, and be present. And notice as you are present the merit of this practice, the benefit of this practice, the benefit of well-being, and then notice how you feel at this moment. Through the invocation of Lord Ganesha, how it grounds us. And a lot of times we think, okay, I want to do twist and this and that. No, it's all about being grounded. And as I said, sometimes the slow and deep practice can be harder because we really wanted to be moving into the flow of vinyasa. It's really challenging for the mind, but that's exactly what Ganesha does for us. He dissolves the obstacles in the mind, and then to really focus it in our heart center, and then we take this decision based on the heart, not the mind. Because a lot of times we take those hasty decisions quickly because they arise so much in our mind, and then we get fogged up and not clear. So it's so important to learn how to ground ourselves. So thank you so much for being in this practice. Stay for a bit longer if you wish. You don't have to come out now. I'm just going to finish the recording now. Peace to all. Namaste. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon on the mat.